Hey YouTube, it's your girl Duchess back for another review. Family Business is back. I'm so excited to see what this season brings. Yeah. And I'm here for the review. Let's get into it. So the Duncans are hosting a business meeting with all the key stakeholders. They are on this gorgeous yacht, y'all. I could only aspire. I need a yacht in my life. Just for a trip. Like, it is beautiful. Oh my goodness. And I love the ocean. Okay. You guys did not come here to hear about my dreams. You came here to hear about family business, and I got the review. Let's go. Yeah, everybody is excited to be back. They're welcoming Mr. Duncan back. You know, he was gone in that asylum with his brother and all of that kind of stuff. So they are toasting to family business. They ready to get back to the business. And he has this kind of look on his face like, okay, here we go. The business partners are also toasting Viva Las Vegas, Duncan's son, return from prison. They are happy to have him back. And there is some apprehension about him returning. They are getting ready to announce this business change, this shakeup, because what they also need is intel now that Viva Las Vegas is back on the scene. There are some vacancies within the ranks. A couple of dealers are having some internal issues, which they say that means that somebody is dead or is about to die. So Mr. Duncan is introducing the players that will be filling those positions. First up is Consuela. They already don't seem happy about that, but she has made a big name for herself, and she's also willing to give a substantial discount to everyone that's on, we're just going to call them the board of directors for lack of a better term. So that should be a win, but the faces don't look like it. So Mr. Duncan is giving this pep talk, building up their business and reminding people of the expansion and how far they've come. They've expanded all over to Europe, but the time has come to expand an even bigger network. And just even in him saying expanding an even bigger network, the stakeholders already have concern. Like, they're going through the resume of who has what and where their territories are. And so, the big question is, where else is there for us to go? Meaning, how do we have room to add anyone else to the team? Or does that mean somebody is going to lose their spot? Elsie has the answer, though. Quickly. It's the South. Sebastian's like, what the freak are you talking about, Elsie? I run the South. No, Sebastian. You run Florida. I'm laughing because just in that same breath, he demoted him even further. Specifically, Miami. One city. Don't take it personal, Sebastian. What he means is the entire South, from Alabama to the Carolinas, including Arkansas, Texas, all the states. Sebastian is not happy, and he's asking for more time. And before LC could answer, the new partner shows up, and it is Katie Shrugs. The president of the Sheriff Association will be taking a seat at the table. And honey, you can cut the tension with a knife. And these faces, they're not happy. Looks like Vegas is right about the apprehension about adding these new people and stepping on the loyalty of their clients. Let's see how this is going to play out, though. Back to the review. Sebastian is turned. He is heated. Like, you brought the world's most crooked sheriff to our doorsteps. One, Consuela is one thing, and we gonna stomach that. But this, like, You just give me some more product, I can show you how far my reach is. This dude is not necessary. And who made you the dictatorship of this table anyway? They're like, Sebastian, calm down. No, don't tell me to calm down. Like, this is some... Sebastian is turned, honey. And Duncan is looking at him like, if you don't sit your $2... Sebastian is not handling it. I'm sorry. He's not having it. He wants a vote. He's about to stage a coup. So the sheriff is trying to, like, calm Sebastian down. Like, Sebastian, now you didn't have all that energy when, you know, my fella seized all that coke a couple weeks ago and sold it to you. That's what I bring to the table. Seized and repurposed goods at a fraction of the cost. He didn't say it like that. I just gave that for some context. And Sebastian's like, F that. I want a vote. We having a vote. Mr. Duncan is like, a vote? You want a effing vote? You get what I give you, or you can get the out. Y'all, I cannot be a gangster. I would be getting out, and he ain't even talking to me the way he stood up with all that bass in his voice. Child, please. I couldn't be a gangster or a gangster boo. No, ma'am, Pam. Anyway, LC makes it clear this is his table. And if you don't like what he giving you, there's the door. So Sebastian leaves. He looks so pitiful. Look like a little wet whipped puppy. Y'all know he got them two crazy ladies. The sheriff takes his seat, grinning like a little Cheshire cat, winking at everybody. I don't trust him, y'all. I don't know, Mr. Duncan. I don't know if this was a good idea. I mean, you know, I'm just speaking my opinion. Don't come for me. But you the boss, though. He's the boss, y'all. So Rio and his mom are leaving the church, Miss Duncan. They're leaving the church. They just met with his aunt, who he hasn't seen in a long time, who mentions his lifestyle, who also has a son. So I'm guessing this isn't like, this is like a friend auntie, not like a blood auntie, because they want to set him up with this lady's son. He is in his feelings, like, you setting me up with this person I haven't even seen yet. He can be horrible looking. They're just kind of chit-chatting, getting in the car, going through their mother-son, just normal banter, and her reassuring him and all of that. And somebody has the nerve to carjack them, guns, all of that, pull up behind them, block them in, and take their car. Child, they got to call for a ride. Do they know who these people are? That Porsche's nice though. Let's keep going. They take the car to LoJack, who is kind of like he's a retired car chopper, like chopping them down and selling them for parts illegally or whatever. He is retired, but they want him to take it. It's got less than 1,000 miles on it. It's clean. They even got the keys to it. It's not even a whole lot of work. So he considers it if they gonna pay him top dollar, like, somebody that he just completed the job for. So he's semi-retired for the right dollar. And they're kind of talking it over. He gets to the license plate. He sees Chippy on it and connects it to Mrs. Duncan. Child, he got his nephew on the fence. Like, where did you get this car from? Was she a tall, light-skinned lady? Yeah, some old lady at the church. Man, it's the biggest drug dealer in town. Your life is in danger. So, he's gonna take the car back and pray he don't get killed for it. Child. They didn't know though. They didn't know, So Lady Duncan and her kids are at Duncan LC Motors. All these fancy cars, honey. And they're walking out to the parking lot and here's her car. Is that your car, Mom? Yes, it is. Y'all, the way LoJack got out of this car whistling like like these people won't put a bullet in his head. Oh, honey, carrying her expensive bag. Mrs. Duncan, I think that this belongs to you. Thank you, baby. Boom. Paris punched him so hard in his stomach. Oh my goodness. It's like, ow, you jack my mama. Y'all, she about to F him up. He's like, I didn't do anything. I didn't do anything. Mama's like, Paris, stop. I don't know why she acting all matronly. She knows she raised these killers. I mean, raised them and sent them to school. Like, they certifiable. Mrs. Duncan is very appreciative. She wants to give him a reward because she wanted her car back with no bloodshed. So she wants to give him a reward. And he's like, no, it's no reward. It's just some crazy kids. She gets this phone call. She has to go pick up one of her grandkids from school. So she leaving him here with these killers. And they want a name. Rico is like, you know who it is, and I want a name. Or it's gonna be you and me, and you know who gonna be left? Me. He didn't say it like that, but I mean, that was the scene. So Junior's wife is wrapping up a surprise gift in this beautiful red box. She's really excited. She's hoping that this will kind of sway him back to the family. No one has spoken with Junior since he learned that Mrs. Duncan wasn't really his mom, and his auntie, played by Lisa Ray, she spilled the beans that she's his mother, at the closing of last season. So no one has spoken with him. He hasn't been home, and he's not even talking to his wife. So she's hoping this gift that she has will kind of sway him and bring him back around. So she's excited and hopeful. So Paris and Rico are at home, and they're recapping for the day, sorta. Rio is ticked off. He still want a piece of LoJack, and he's like, you weren't the one that had a gun in your face. Paris is like, you heard what Mom said, leave it alone. And she's in her feelings. They're preparing for another memorial. First Sasha, it was the twins, and now this one. In walks the little brother. She has a special delivery. It's some beautiful blue roses. Like, I want some blue roses like that. They were gorgeous. And, everyone's marveling at them, but she's concerned because these roses, the person that they came from, he's supposed to be dead. Meanwhile, London is getting the news that Mariah, her daughter, is suspended from school, and Mrs. Duncan had to pick her up because she didn't have them call her. So London is questioning her and on why didn't she have them call her, and she said she wanted her dad to pick her up. He's not answering the calls, he's not answering her texts, and he always does. So before London can really grill her, Miss Duncan kind of sends her upstairs because obviously with her fighting in school, then wanting her dad to come and pick her up, London is going to have a serious talk with her about why her dad is MIA. And she was hoping she had more time. So Orlando is at the hospital with his son Vincent and his mother, and they have got the doctor's permission to take him to Disneyland for 2 weeks. So they have his meds. He is responding well enough to treatment to where he can go, but he has to return for 2 weeks, in 2 weeks, to get his infusion and continue his treatment. They're downstairs packing up the car, and a man in all black is looking for Vincent's parents. So he approaches the doctor and he's telling him that he's looking for him. He says that Vincent is his brother's son. And y'all know they killed that man at the last episode. So I'm assuming that's why he's looking for them. So anyway, the doctor is telling him, they left about 30 minutes ago. They're not here. They're discharged. Vincent has been discharged. And this man pulls a gun on him. It's like, yeah, I think you have more information and you're going to give that to me, like, now. So Vegas, Paris, and Duncan company are leaving the service, the memorial service, fairly quickly because they were uninvited. The mom feels like Paris is responsible for her daughter's death, so there was a lot of drama there. Just as they're leaving, Vinny's family boss comes up and asks Vegas if he's heard anything about Vinny. He's been missing, and he hasn't heard from him since he was going to see his wife. And he was thinking, since his brother Orlando hasn't been around, maybe he knows something. And Vegas like, I don't know, but I'll ask him. And he lets him know, this is my priority. There's a lot of stress around this, so anything that you can find out will be helpful. And Vegas is gonna call Orlando because he really doesn't know what's going on. And Vinny's family is sort of putting their eyes on them, like, you let me know the second that something shakes, because he believes that they know something. Child of Duncan's gonna have beef left and right with people, looks like. So Orlando is back on the hospital floor. His son left his teddy bear and he wants to go into the room and pick it up. The nurse says it's fine. And before he goes in, Vegas calls him and it's like, so I just had a conversation with Antonio Dash at Sage's memorial, and he's concerned about Vinny. He's saying no one has heard from him since he flew out west to see Vincent. Orlando is like, that's crazy. People don't just up and disappear like that. Boy, these people are some good liars. Like, he didn't even break a sweat. No stuttering or nothing. Did I mention how I couldn't be a gangster? Girl, they be somewhere swimming with the fishes or hiding, shaking under the tables when all the drama jumped down. I ain't built for it. Anyway, back to this review. Looking for me too. Orlando voices his offense. Like, he is offended that he would bring something like that to his family at Sage's memorial. Like, how disrespectful. Orlando is a savage. And then he asks about Junior. He's like, I texted Junior last night. Has anybody heard from him? Vegas like, nah, he's a ghost in the family. But Orlando gotta go because he's laid eyes on this man with a gun on the doctor that's inside Vincent's room. So he has to go. He steps into the stairwell, and makes a call. Ring. Baby, listen. Antonio has sent his people to look for Vinny, and most likely us. He's gonna kill us. He ain't killing. Yeah, my acting is so bad, but this was so good. He wants her to take the money and run. Like, she gotta go now. She know the plan. Take the money and Vincent and go. She know where to go. Don't be talking much. Just go. Child, he telling her to run, stick to the plan, and everything will be fine. Orlando, we're not leaving without you. Ooh, honey, the way she arguing with him and don't want to go, and this man got this gun, and they got this baby. I'm stressed. I'm stressed for her, and she is annoying me, because I would be packing up. Well, I mean, they already packed up. They're in the car. I would be already on the highway. Say less, but I do understand her not wanting to be without him, because I'd be scared if somebody is hunting him down. Honey, the way he says, I love you. Orlando still do it for me, even from soul food. Ooh, this man's so fine. But that ain't what y'all came to hear about. Y'all came to hear about this review. She cranks up the car. Finally, she's on her way, and he leaves the hospital. So the sheriff has LC at this restaurant having dinner. LC is obviously uncomfortable. He don't want to be seen with this man. Let's be clear. We are not friends. This is business. What am I doing here? And the sheriff says he has some important information. That's why he's here. But first order of business is getting some clarity around these roles. The sheriff does not keep anybody in check. He just bring him the tea. And he keeps, and Mr. Duncan is the one that has to keep them in check. So there is some interest about his son being free. The buzz is already there. And this man, I couldn't really understand his name, but he wants $5 million to keep it a secret. There is some extortion and blackmailing going on. And Elsie agrees to it. He don't really have a choice. But I'm telling y'all, I don't like this sheriff. I'm with everybody else about getting in bed with him. Because it's almost like he playing both sides. You know? Like, he could be the one that's spilling the tea about the son being free. I don't know. Y'all know how my conspiracy theory gets the best of me. But I don't like this man. And he reassures Duncan that he can trust this guy. Well, he will enforce the trustment even if he has to kill him himself. So, again, Duncan agrees and he leaves without even eating dinner. Although he still has to pay for it. So he can gather up this $5 million. He doesn't exactly have that kind of money hanging around in his trunk. Next, Junior's wife is outside wherever it is that he's staying, wrapping up this box. She comes to see him. He opens the door and is very cold towards her. Like, what are you doing here? You know, she's like, I don't have anybody else. Like, you know, you're not around, so how else am I supposed to see you? Like, I'm fighting for us. He's like, but you over there with them. But you told me that I couldn't come. So I'm just trying to honor your wishes. Like, I love you. What are we doing? She tries to give him a gift. And he's like, you can't buy my love. Like, he won't even accept the gift, y'all. So he sends her on her way and tell her next time you call before you come. She's devastated. She's back in the car. She opens the gift and she looks at it. And it's a sonogram picture. She's pregnant. And she's telling the baby, you know, don't worry, your dad is just upset. We'll work this out. You know. Meanwhile, he in there with 2 women getting his party on, champagne and all. Junior, now you taking this too far. Like, how you gonna take this out on your wife? This girl ain't do nothing. Like, his big old saucy self is ticking me off, y'all. Anyway, Family Business is back. Season 5, Episode 1, The Aftermath. Appropriately titled, I must say. What y'all think? Are y'all watching this show? Jump down in the comments. Let me know what you think. I'm excited about the return. Can't wait to get to episode 2. I'll be back for that review. It's your girl Duchess. Thank you for hanging out with me. I appreciate you guys so much. And I'm out.